Okay. Hello, yesterday. My name is William. Well, today I gotta read another part of the Bible. Today I gotta read Leviticus Chapter 8. Okay. Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take Aaron and his sons with him with the garments and the anointing oil of the bullock for the sin offering, 2 arms, a basket, and the unleavened bread, and gather all the congregation together unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And Moses did the Lord commanded them, and the assembly gathered together the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And Moses said unto the congregation, which is the thing which the Lord commanded to be done. And Moses brought Aaron and his son to wash him with water, and put upon the coat and girded him with girdle, and clothed him with the robe, and put the ephod upon him, and they girdled him. He was girdled with the ephod, and bound him therewith. He put a breastplate upon him, and also put on the breastplate to Aaron and Thummim. And he put the mitre upon his head, also upon the mitre, even upon his forefront. Did he put on the golden plate, the holy crown, as the Lord commanded Moses? And Moses took the anointing oil, anointed the tabernacle, and all is therein, and sanctified them, and the sprinkle thereof, and the altar the 7 times, and anointed the altar of the 7 vessels, and the labor of his foot, and sanctified them. And he poured the anointing oil upon Aaron's head, and anointed him, and sanctified him. And Moses brought Aaron's sons, and put coats upon him, and girded them with girdles, and bonds upon his, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he brought the bullock up for the sin offering, and Aaron and his sons laid on upon the head of the bullock for the sin offering. And he slew it. And Moses took the blood and put on the horns of the altar round about his finger, and purified the altar, and poured the blood upon the altar, and signified to do reconnection upon it. And he took all the fat upon the inwards, and the caul above the liver, and the 2 kidneys and their fat, and Moses burned upon the altar. But the bullock aside his flesh during this, he burned the fire without the camp, and he commanded Moses. And he brought the burnt offering, and Aaron and his sons their hands upon of the ram, and he killed it. Moses sprinkled upon the altar round about. And he cut the ram into pieces, and Moses burned his head to pieces and the fat. And he washed the inward legs with water, and Moses burnt the whole ram upon the altar, and he burned the sacrifice for a sweet savor, an offering made by fire unto the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he bought the other ram of the reconciliation, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands upon the head of the ram, and he slew it. And Moses took the blood of it, and he put it upon the tip of Aaron's right ear. Upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot. And he brought Aaron's sons and Moses upon the blood upon the tip of the right ear, and the thumbs of their right hands, of the great toes of their feet, and Moses sprinkled the blood of the altar round about. And he took the fat and the rump, and all the and all the fat was upon the inwards, and caul about the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and their fat in the right shoulder. Now the basket of unleavened bread that was before the Lord, he took one unleavened cake, and the cake of oil bread, and the wafer upon the fat upon the right shoulder, and he put all upon Aaron's hands, upon his son's hands, and waved them for the waving before the Lord. And he took Moses off of his hands and burned them upon the altar, and burnt offering in the considerations for a sweet savour, his offering made by fire unto the Lord. And Moses took the breast and wafer of the weight offering before the Lord, and the manner of consecration in the Moses part, as the Lord commanded Moses. And Moses took the anointing of oil of blood which is upon the altar, spring upon, and put it upon his garments, put upon the sons the garments with signify Aaron his garments, and his son upon his son's garments with him. And Moses said unto Aaron's sons, boil the flesh of the tabernacle of the congregation. There eat it with bread, and basket of congregations, as I commanded, saying, Aaron and his sons shall eat of it. And the remainder of the flesh and the bread shall he burn with fire. And he shall not go out the door of the tabernacle of the congregation in 7 days, until the days of sanctification be at the end of the 7 days, and they consecrate you. And he hath dead day, so the Lord commanded to do, and make atonement for you. And he shall you write on the door of the tabernacle of the congregation the day night of the 7 days, and keep the change. Lord, he died not, so I commanded. And so Aaron and his sons did all the things of the Lord, which the Lord had commanded by the hand of Moses. Okay, so that's ending of Leviticus chapter 8. Next video, we'll read Leviticus chapter 9. Okay? Okay, we're having to go right now, but thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed us, and bye.